to greet the morning as the sunlight bathes the sky. The air is slowly warming, and Mama Robin cries. I hear water gently flowing. I'm at peace and I know why. It's time that I get going. Another day of the divine. The light in me sees the light in you. The light in you see me too. We're finally free, no longer two. The light in me sees the light in you. And traffic horns are blowing, people rushing to and fro. I don't know where they're going, I just smile and watch them go. I hear water gently flowing. I'm at peace and I know why. It's time that I get going. Another day of the divine. The light in me sees the light in you, and the light in you can see me too. We're finally free, no longer two. The light in me sees the light in you. Separation is illusion. Competition is a waste. I've come to one conclusion, and that is love is never late. People try to sell solutions, but I found the one that's free. I'm just a part of you, and you're just a part of me. Sun is slowly sinking, vibrant color paints the sky. I just sit here without thinking, and I hear a night bird cry. I hear water gently flowing. I'm at peace and I know why. It's time that I get going. Another dream of the divine. The light in me sees the light in you, and the light in you can see me too. We're finally free, no longer two. The light in me sees the light in you. The light light in you can see me too. We're finally free, no longer two. The light in me sees the light in you.
Good morning, everybody. Hello and happy Sunday to you. I wanted to play my friend Robert Mann's video this morning because it says so much. The light in me sees the light in you. And welcome to Cornerstone. Welcome to me and my husband's home where we often do our live streams from. We've been doing it for a while. Yeah, I like that song too, Sissy. I love that song. I woke up, who was it? Thursday morning. I woke up with that song ringing inside of me. And so I got up and I played it. So Robert, that's a good one. That's a good one. Close that door, darling. That where you just come out of, please, sir. Thank you, sir. All right. My husband's coming. He's a coming. You know how he is. He always finds something to do at the last minute. Always. That's his thing. Well, we love him. We love him anyhow. You want to say hello?
Mm.
You don't want to say hello?
I can't hear you.
You don't want to say hello?
Oh, hey out there, everybody. My ears are stopped up today.
You've been stopped up for about a week now.
Yeah, it's been terrible.
But you're going to be all right, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're going to be able to talk today?
A little bit.
You're going to be mad because you can't hear?
Yeah.
Well, you'll get unmad in a minute. You'll get unmad in a minute. Yeah.
I'm all right. Go ahead.
Okay, so don't frown no more now. Quit frowning. Anyway, let me see who's here today. My sister and my brother-in-law. Hey, y'all. Let me move my banner out of the way here. It's just ticking right along. Yeah. My sister and my brother-in-law. Thanks for letting me know you can hear and see me. My mouse is acting crazy. I can't get it to go where I want it to go. It's crazy. John Grease is in the house. Hey, John. And Raquel. Hey, sweetie pie. Jill's here. Yeah, some more people here. I just passed right by them. There's Dee Dee and George and Brother Blue and the family. Brother Blue, you doing better? There's Sandra.
Sylvia, how things go yesterday? But yesterday?
Nothing happened yesterday.
Oh. Go ahead. I'm through.
You okay?
Yeah. I can't.
You okay?
Ears.
Yeah, I know, but are you okay? Okay. Sandra, hey, sweetie pie. My mouse is freezing up. Excuse me for not being able to get to what I need. My Lord. This Sister Sharon. How you doing, Sister Sharon? Gosh, my mouse is acting wild. I can't get it to control it like I want it to control it. It's jumping around. Robert Mann's here. Hey, Robert. That was Robert Mann's song, by the way. He did a good job on that one. I like that one. And then there's Juliana. How are you this morning? There's Diacolin. Hey, sweetie pie. Kathy's here. Yeah. Burn is here. Thank you for the love offering, Burn. I got it yesterday. And then there's Phyllis and Edward. You did not see it. It's true.
I must have been in the bed.
You were not in the bed. It came over the phone.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my gosh. Yes, I love that song too, Jill. I do. Yeah.
Okay.
You're going to be able to do something because you're just mad as it all get out because you can't hear.
I'm gonna be right nice.
Okay. Y'all see what he's doing. Y'all see him. I know you do. I was thinking about some things this morning. Well, not just this morning, been contemplating this for a while. We talk about the love of God so much until it's almost become a cliche. But I've been really kind of delving into and contemplating what that actually means and how that actually plays out in our everyday life. We were fortunate enough, my husband and I are fortunate enough to have was about 12 people
I thought it
yesterday,
was 15.
15 people
Yeah.
for the last 2 days came down and have been working on our house, and they came from Tennessee, drove what, 8 hours?
18-hour drive.
8
8
hours
16 both ways.
round trip. Yes.
Yeah.
And they came and worked on the house. They've been painting the house and doing all kinds of things for
They had to
us.
hold me up back there. I couldn't. My shoe wobbled off my feet.
Your shoe wobbled off your feet.
Yeah, I couldn't stand up, so they had to hold me.
Oh my goodness. Well, anyway, they came down. They say because they honor us for what we have imparted into them. So they came down and they worked and they just about finished the entire house. It got just a little bit more to do, but they've done all of this for us to try to help us get prepared for what we're doing with the house. And we're still on an emergency generator with Duke Energy. That hasn't been fixed yet.
All the power gone. It went out, didn't it?
Yeah, but we told them that. But we're on the generator right now, the Duke Energy hooked to our meter. So we're still not quite fixed yet.
They called it a leg went down.
Yeah, Robert told us that. Robert came over. Robert, by the way,
he helped us out. He helped us out.
Robert, by the way, left that little thing you test your plugs with, the thing that you plug in and then lights up.
He left it.
Yeah, I got it in there. I got it. I kept it. So if you ever need it, Robert is here. And you can come get it whenever you want to. But yeah, so that's been our week. It's been busy, very busy the last couple of days. But we were so grateful for them coming and helping, deciding to help us. And they're not asking for anything back, which is unusual. So the thought of love, unconditional love, has been just ringing in me, because a lot of times when we have relationships, they're based on something other than love. Most of the time there's a because behind it. I love you because we agree, or you make me feel a certain way, or there's always something that's attached to when we say I love you. We've always got a because behind it, because we very seldom understand what love really is. When we say God is love, it doesn't mean that God is loving. It simply means that is the nature of God. It's always responding. But it's not responding because you're good. It's not responding because you're doing everything just right. It's not responding because you're saved. It's just the response of love. It just responds. It responds to the cry of the heart. It responds to suffering, the cry of suffering. It responds. That's what love does. So it can't do anything else.
And isness and beingness, the waking up of that awareness of consciousness, that the Christ has always been and will always be. The more you look into it, us talking about it is just pointing the finger towards your true identity.
It is. So I've got a little devotional I want us to kind of repeat. You can repeat after me if you don't mind. Let's do this. And it's called Love Without Condition. Okay?
Without
condition.
Conditions.
Without condition, yes. No strings attached.
That's right.
No strings attached. Love with no strings attached, meaning I do what I do for you, not because I think you're going to reciprocate. You're not going to have to give me anything back. You're not going to even have to give me a lot of attention back. You're not even going to have to be there when I need you.
That's
Those
true.
are strings attached.
Yeah.
If the mind says, well, they should have been here for me because I've done this for them. That wasn't love that gave that to
Yeah.
them in the beginning. It had some hidden agendas. Even if it was a good thing that you did, it's a hidden agenda behind it, because you were expecting something from that other person. So let's do this, and let me see what Robert's saying. Hey Leslie, I see you, sweetie.
I didn't get your letter yet, Miss Leslie. Waiting. It's okay.
I did get something in the mail from her, but I have to give it to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
have
see
to
it.
give it to you. Yes,
All right,
I
my
did
mistake
get
there,
it.
Miss Leslie.
I did get it last. It was in the mail the other day, and I forgot about it, baby. But Robert says we cannot feel the love of someone else. We only feel our very own love. Yes, that's true. When someone says to you, "I love you," you feel your love for them.
That's oneness.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I said this once before. I used to long to feel the love of God. Heard a lot of people say I felt the liquid love of God pouring over me. But and I used to think about that and say, I'd like to have that. But then I realized I only feel that when I am expressing love to somebody else.
When you feel that, that's the Kundalini energy center that's activated.
It is. It is. So let's do this quickly, or not quickly, but let's just do this before we get into anything else. And I came up with this just contemplating all of the things that have been going on and how I'm beginning to see love show up in our lives in so many ways. And I have to say this, and I'm still holding on to something that Robert said last week, which was when presence enters the temple, it clears the temple. And I've been dealing with that saying for the last week or so. That sometimes when love shows up, it shows up and it begins to pull up things in you that you didn't know you had going on, pull up things in you that you didn't think were hindering you, things that were not really serving you. It pulls up attitudes, it pulls up covenants you made, especially if you're a person who's been kind of private. You don't want people in your business and all of this. And when love starts showing up, it'll get all up in your business. So then the temple has to be cleared out, because that covenant or that promise that you made yourself, that position that you've taken, that I will never let people into this particular space, that position gets kind of
when the fire
wiped out.
And when Moses was standing at the burning bush, the fire that was on the bush that was burning, but yet it wasn't consumed, was the purging fire.
Purging fire.
The
purging
fire. And it was burning up all of the dross and the waste that he accumulated in his conditioned self in Egypt with Pharaoh and all his gang.
Oh, wow. Wow.
The holy fire of God is the flame of Jesus' heart that's in all of us, but it is not activated. And that's what we call the second coming. When it's activated, that's the second coming of Christ. And it is symbolized or verbalized as the new birth experience. But what it is the holy fire that's already in the heart, that's an energy that's activated from one of the energy centers, and it comes forward and it projects itself like it's coming out of the sky, but it's not. Right. It's coming from inside of us. And everybody in the universe has got it, because the holy fire is that fire that Jesus didn't say it like that, but in the belly, it said, out of your belly shall flow rivers of living water. That's water that breaks when mama get ready to let y'all out. That's the the holy city of God is the reproduction center that comes forward at birth, and the energy of the mother and father that's in all of us. When a person gives birth to a child, the whole universe is involved in it. The whole universe is involved in it because we are the same fire of God and the same essence of God. Whether you go to church, go to hell, or come back and spit and smell and stink and don't think you will.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. Well, let's do our affirmation. You sound like you got some more good stuff to share with us. Let's do our affirmation.
I go by feeling. I don't feel like it, but I'm working.
Well, you don't have to have a feeling to do what you're doing. You know that.
No,
you don't have to feel good to do what you're doing.
No.
So this is, again, love without condition. And I want you to repeat this after me. I choose to live and relate from love itself, not from conditions or expectations. I choose to live and relate from love itself, not from conditions or expectations. I do not love because of reasons. Love within me simply is. I'll say it again. I do not love because of reasons. Love within me simply is. I intend to meet others as equals, without hierarchy, control, or positionality. I release the need for others to agree with me or believe as I do. That's a big one for us Christians who think we got to have the same beliefs, and that we think Jesus is our common bond. Jesus is not our common bond. You know how I say that? How I know that? Because Jesus had disciples, people who followed him, that he loved and they loved him. Their common bond was not Jesus himself. Jesus did not turn their focus to him.
That's right.
He simply loved, and he taught them to love.
These mysteries are gathered before we come to earth. And what we came here for has been misdirection from the religious side. He came here as an example to follow through the same channels of birth.
A mirror. He's the mirror of us.
For us to understand what it is like, again, being restored or bringing to memory where we all came from, if you might say it like that, or where we all existed as the eternal essence.
Yes.
No dying, no birth and self. But we come through that procedure because that's part of the school, the contract that we agreed to come through. I've also investigated in years of, there are some people that are born, there are still people that are actually coming born without going through the normal procedure. It's supernatural, you might call it. But there is such a thing as that.
Yeah.
But the church say, well, if it ain't in the book, it's a crook.
Yeah.
I said, well, you need to get you another hook. Because your hook done straighten out and you ain't got no grant to it.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Let's say that one again. I release the need for others to agree with me or believe as I do. I do not measure relationships by what someone can do for me. That's a biggie, because most of us expect something back. I don't measure relationships by what someone can do for me. I don't base love only on how someone makes me feel in the moment. I remember hearing Eckhart Tolle talk about love. A lot of relationships are not based on love, but are based on attachments. And that's because of how that person makes me feel. If a person makes you feel a certain way, and that's why you love them, you think you love them because of that, then it is simply an addiction. And they're meeting and fueling that addiction. They're giving you what you need at that moment, and therefore you feel like that's love. That's not love. That's simply attachment and addiction.
And maybe you want to ask the question, and of course the answer is coming out of the question. What do you really want from God?
Yeah, it's a big question.
Now,
that's a very
I
good
want you
question.
guys to respond to that
That's a very good question.
because I want to know. This guy was here yesterday, and he was talking about seeing in the spirit and all that kind of stuff. And I said, "What do you really want?" I remember many times I would say in the closet, the first thing I'd say verbally, "I am here to ask you for nothing. I don't want anything. I'm not looking for anything." And I would sit there. But I realized that what was saying that was the real me telling himself that why ask for something when all things are fulfilled and given through the embodiment of the eternal Christ identity, where there is no slack, and he won't tell you to get back jack because everything is fully loaded in the rack. But as you go on into this, you'll find out that we've been conditioned to want something all the time. You get something and you think you're satisfied, and it don't hit the spot. What do you want to eat tonight? I don't know. I ain't got no taste for nothing, so you don't want nothing. But you do want something because you tasted everything you can get in your lip, and so you got this thing in the conditioned mind. Give me, I want, I need. If I get this, I'll be happy. But it don't last long.
No,
because your happiness is not. You didn't come here to get something. You came here to become aware of something that takes care and cover everything. Now, this don't come through preaching. I can't hear without a preacher. I can't preach unless he's been sent. We've been saying that and reading that. But the key to that is Christ's eternal essence is the sum total of everything.
Yes. Now let me finish this.
Go ahead.
You can chime in, but I want to get through this so you'll be free to say what you need to say.
Go ahead.
I honor the freedom and dignity of every person. I honor the freedom and dignity of every person. I practice mutual respect and mutual consideration in all my relationships. Mutual means I'm going to respect you, you're going to respect me. That's the basis of our relationship.
That's that song, Robert.
I'm going to consider you, and you're going to consider me.
The light in me sees the light in you. That's respect and kindness.
Consideration, more so than respect, because a lot of times people think of respect and they think they got to treat me a certain way. No, that's not what it means. But consideration to me says a little bit more. It's like, okay, I'm going to do this not because they asked me to do it, but because I'm considering it. If I don't do this and they ask me to do it, how is that going to impact them? So considering someone else is really a better way of looking at it rather than mutual respect. And Kathy, now what's Kathy saying here? She said, I really want and is car 4-door, but I know my peace and joy is important. Love to give is everything.
See, little Kathy, you can't say, you saying it, but you're not saying what your heart and your essence really want to say. The 4-door car was known before you call. He said he's answered.
Mhm.
Your statement here is a conversational prayer. Before you said you really want a car with 4 doors on it, God is already working. Now, it could come by you passing one that you saw that you like, or he may not say anything inside of you, but if the car does show up, or if it does not show up, my point is he heard you from inside the
Yeah,
thought.
it's already known. Yes.
He heard you in the desire. So it's no bad thing to say, I'd rather have peace and joy, but your peace and joy is not a separation thing. It is what you're made out of. So actually, when you go back over the statement you made about the 4-door car, the joy and the important and love given, you can't really put that in words after you find out that it's heard. Let me put it like this. You wrote on your contract that you were going to say that this morning before you ever come to earth. So to God inside of you, you know it. I ain't taking something you don't know. But inside of you, that's already done, but it's in another form.
Mhm.
See, a long time ago, we get a 400 horsepower motor in a car and it go fast.
Isn't it interesting to me that we still measure speed of these cars and all of these vehicles by the how many horses?
Yeah, but a horsepower, horses,
we would
mules,
have to have.
mule power.
In other words,
20 mule team.
my car has 400 horses.
Yeah, horses. Can you imagine 400 horses in the cowboy days walking out in the street for one person?
Running
down through the street, messing up the dirt.
It's just amazing that we still have that as the measurement, the horsepower.
It'll be a Massachusetts out there of all them horsepower. 200 horsepower, 300 horsepower, 40, 1,000 horsepower.
I know.
Out there in the street. Them horses.
Can you imagine having a wagon and 400 horses? That'd be a real ride, wouldn't it?
You're in trouble. You're in trouble with them horses.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You want to hold your horse, hold your mule.
I want to say this to Kathy, and I know she understands it.
She knows.
And we understand that there's no judgment, sweetheart, for anything that you're saying about the car or anything. But I wanted to mention this. Years ago, we used to trade our cars every 2-3 years and get a new one, right?
Yeah.
This is what we used to do.
Yeah, sure did.
Until we paid our cars off and decided we didn't want another car payment. But we used to do that on a regular basis. And I remember there was a time I would ride in a car, and if it wasn't a very good car, luxurious car, one that made me feel a certain way, I didn't want that car. And I wanted to be in one that made me feel a certain way. And then I remember the Spirit of God asked me one time, he said, would you feel the same way if you were riding in a old, I call it a hoopty.
Oh, jalopy.
Yes. He said, would you have the same value and prestige if you were riding in that?
I had an old pickup truck though. When you got in the seat to drive, you could see the street through the floor.
That was the first one the Lord gave us, right?
Yeah.
Actually gave us that truck.
Sure did.
And you could see the floor.
Yeah, you could see through the floor.
And you could see the street through the floor.
Yeah.
And when it rained, it had those pressurized
windshield
wipers. So,
hydraulic pressure. Yeah. And when you mash the gas, they stop. So what I did, I tied a kite string on one side and the other side so I could ride it and put it like this. They were hydraulic or something like that, compression or whatever it was on them days. And it had some kind of pump.
People who think that,
so I just tied a string to them and worked it myself like this, driving and riding.
Yeah, people who think, we don't know humble beginnings. You just don't know.
Don't tell nobody.
You just don't know.
Tell the truth and shame the devil.
We've been there, done that, worn that T-shirt, and so I definitely understand what that feels like. But you are you, whether you're in a luxury car or in a Pinto, it doesn't matter. You are still you, and you're still the same value. The needing of a car or the wanting of a car, God's not against either one. God's not against that.
After I had bariatric surgery and they downsized my stomach, they talked about some type of thing in the stomach and the mind that works together to make you want to eat.
It's a hormone called called ghrelin.
Yeah, ghrelin. Ghrelin or ghrelin.
Ghrelin.
And that ghrelin in the mind also makes you want things in your house when you don't really need it, and it piles up stuff, and it makes you become what you call them, hoarder, a whore. What is the hoarder?
Yes.
It makes you become a hoarder. And you want to hoard up everything.
A whoring hoarder.
You be the biggest hoarder around the corner. Everything piled up. We got people on the corner.
Like we got a closet that's got about 10 different orthopedic pillows.
Yes, Lord. We're going to get rid of too. We're going to get rid of them if I have to throw them in the garbage or whatever. We're going to get rid of them. But we just saying, when you wake up to your true identity, the Christ self does not want anything outside of everything that he is.
Yes. Now let me say this. This is another. Let me give these last two, and then we'll jump into something else here. Mm-hmm. It says, I remain present with others freely, not out of obligation. I allow love itself to be the bond that connects and sustains us. I release the need for reasons, expectations, or transactions. I will not bind love to agreements, belief, or benefits. I meet others without position or control. I allow each person the freedom to be who they are. I will not measure love by what I receive or how I feel in the moment. I choose presence, understanding, and care. Love itself is the bond that sustains us. Now you go ahead. You talk some more.
I'm okay. It's just when you came here, that's like they talk about Santa Claus for Christmas, checking the list and checking it twice. Mm-hmm. See who's knowing and nice. Mm-hmm. That's a metaphor of the download of the many desires that you carry are brought here. When you understand how this works, there's a part of you releases all self-judgments from your black box, which is in your subconscious mind. It's loaded with all kinds of
data.
Database, yeah. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of like the computer. It gets so much in it. After a while, you got to clean it out. What the fire God
get so much in it, it'll crash.
It'll crash.
And all of that stuff that's in your mind, you'll start speaking it out your mouth.
Yeah, it'll leak.
That's what makes people who we call insane.
Oh, and it makes them talk in their sleep too.
Talking to themselves out loud.
And that's what the church would call a demon talking.
Well, the church
or the subconscious, but that's what they call it. But it's really everybody got one of them juicy mouths.
The mind
It's
has
juicy. It's juicy.
and this is gross, but the mind has diarrhea.
Oh, look at you. You
And
nasty.
and it just spews out.
Did you hear what she said?
It just spews out.
She said the mouth got
I said the mind has diarrhea. And so it comes out. Anyway,
oh, Lord, girl.
Robert says, love is not an emotion. It's a conscious, intelligent frequency that remains intact and functional throughout the full spectrum of human emotion. Divine love wills the frequency that beats your heart. Love communicates to you from your heart. Love requires our surrender to its governance. And that is where I think we don't really know how, or not really aware of that process, the surrendering to the governing of the heart. We need only align our little wheels with the will of love and channel its creative flow. The mystery is that your surrender restores your sovereignty. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Very much so. So I said this to him earlier this week. We've had so many relationships based on the fact that we went to the same church. We preach, and we're preachers and they're preachers. We have the same kind of ministry, or I like your giftings, your prophetic ministry. We've had all kinds of relationships based on he can get a prayer through, or I like the way he preaches, all kinds of reasons for having relationships or associations. And then we get involved with those associations and start believing that they're real friendships. And in a minute, there is discovered a disagreement in our beliefs, or something is said that doesn't agree with the way we feel and how we want things said to us, or you didn't reciprocate a certain way after I'd have been there for you, you hadn't been there for me. All of that then comes into play, and you begin to lose relationships that you thought were real friends, and more than friends, family, and they end up fizzling out. And you find yourself really looking for a true friend. A friend, to me, now I'm beginning to understand that a friend is even deeper than a family member, because a family member, they love you because you're part of the family.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason.
Mm-hmm.
They don't always like you. They just love you because you're part of the family. So if that's family, I put up with you. But
you're talking about imprisonment of thoughts, ideas about love. Mm-hmm. When I found out how to use eternal forgiveness, I said, wait a minute, you mean I have forgiven already everything before anything take place? Mm-hmm. Everything before anything happens. But when it takes place, consciousness, awareness jumps over on the side and start agreeing with it. But the Christ in you is observing the misplaced event that seems to be a negative. But these things must be, this is what the book said, it must be like that in order for you to go through this school of finding out, here it comes, that the real you does not hold charge over anything and anybody. When you say, Robert, you say need only to align. I even found out that the aligning of the identity, or the aligning of the right procedure, that's even done by the eternal self. So it's not anything. I'm gonna be honest with you. You cannot escape. You cannot escape the goodness of God when it comes down to furnishing or having, see, the grocery store run out of supply. They have to restock them. But you can't restock this identity thing. It's set.
Yeah.
It is made out of.
Mhm.
We are made out. We are the mechanism, the machine called forgiveness.
And then when you talk
Because
about
of how you feel, how you think.
exactly, and now we talk a lot about forgiveness, and this is the thing, and I've said this before, and I know that it isn't very often that we live in a awareness where we don't even need the tool to forgive. The forgiveness itself is a wonderful tool,
Yeah.
but can we come to a point where we don't get offended so that we don't even have to have the tool?
Well, Jesus said that the many times that they would be offended, the disciples would be offended because of him.
Yeah,
But what he was telling them, hey, you're gonna have that.
Sure, that's normal. It's normal to have disagreements. It's normal to have things that someone says or does that will offend you. All those are normal things in having.
It don't feel good.
Of course not, but those are normal things. But this is one of the things I've learned just from being married. Being married, and it's not just married to you. I think all married couples go through this.
You think so?
Yeah, if one of them is having, say, a bad day or having a bad year, and they're dealing with some very emotional things that they're trying to work through, the other spouse tends to be gets the brunt of their anger, their disappointment, their frustration, that person can forgive the other for lashing out at them, but the forgiveness tool is just there because I took offense or I took it personally. So I'm learning to do this. I'm not saying I'm learning to do it. I am learning. It's not that I do it all the time because it's habitual to just get mad and lash back and lash out and go back at you. We play tennis with our emotions. But I'm learning not to take it personally because I'm the closest one to you. And if you're having a hard time and you're trying to work through something, the target is the one that's closest to you. It doesn't mean it's about them being upset with you. So I'm learning not to take everything personally, but to see that something is hurting, something is trying to be worked through. And because of that, when I take no position and take it personally, I don't get upset. I get upset, I have to use the tool of forgiveness because I won't get past that upsetting until I've used that tool of forgiveness. But there are times when I don't take it personal and I just say you're having a bad day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah, that's Dr. Lauren. I know who that is. Yeah. Hey, sweetie pie. She says what we're describing is transactional relationships. Transactional relationships have very little rules. See, sometimes it's hard to have relationships because people have so many rules about how they want to be treated. If they
projection.
Yeah.
Projecting.
Yeah.
And one of the things I found out that when it comes down to giftings and spiritual abilities, the whole Christ identity, full awareness automatically kicks in. Well, it don't never kick out. It seems like we go to church and we have these people that have anointings that come and go. What it is slipping in and out of joint of awareness of your true identity. When you slip out of your true identity, you go back to feeding the bottle to the baby.
Well, you mentioned something really important because I remember yesterday talking with one of the young ladies who was here, and we were talking about how people. She says she had seen people get completely free from something that they had been dealing with instantaneously. And I said, yes, I've seen that too as well. I've seen God deliver people instantaneously. I said, the problem has been, though, the majority of them that had to then find out how to remain free because the programming that got them into that situation in the first place was still running. And what they
That's
had was a divine interruption from the spirit,
right.
from the Spirit of God. And now they've got this room to actually explore why they were in that in the first place. But then if they don't deal with that psychologically, it tends to come back.
Now you have really explained to them what it was meant in the book. Abide in me as the Father abide in me, which means regardless of what takes place in these avenues and these street corners and blocks of impasses and the emotions and the memories of the past, when I found this and discovered and be made aware of that does not remove the potential of your Christ self at all. I used to think what people say, you could grieve him and lose him, and backslide him and sidewide him.
It's not true. And I some people
take the Lord, wake up, smell the coffee.
Some people take the Bible so literally till they don't see the esoteric meaning behind what's being
blinded.
said.
And this dimension was designed. This dimension was designed to challenge the Christ. It's blinded to put a challenge and an impasse in the path of the misplaced identity self to try to lock you in. We know in our government, there are some people who have locked in certain people using money to get them to do dirty work for them in our government. But that does not stop the Christ in them from actually being in them. They just don't, they so deep, some of them are so deep in hurt and pain that they can't see the Christ. And that's what the false self is designed to do. It was designed to not let the Christ self come through the tomb, out of the grave. These bodies, these houses that we live in.
These skulls.
It's like you've been in your house so long and somebody locked the door and sealed it up with wood so you couldn't get out. That's what impasses are. That's what happens in our deceptive politics. Somebody locked them up into this conditioned identity when they got into positionalities, and they can't get out. And the only thing that can set them free is the Christ awareness.
Yeah, awareness is the key. And I mentioned that when we were talking about me.
And some people think they got the Christ awareness. It's because they found out about it. Some people think they got the Christ awareness because they read something that showed it to them.
Because they know the information.
Knowledge does not activate the Christ identity. Grace is what activates. That grace is on his side, on the inside of us, and it's unmerited favor.
Well, I think I know it is grace. And when you to put a practicality on it, we started out in the religious box, as you want to say, in the confines of religion, and even in the confines of a very judgmental culture of religion. And we were judgmental about everything, ourselves and other people, and how church ought to be done, and all of this stuff. I mean, we had judgments about how life ought to be lived. We had all of these judgments, and that in itself was our philosophy. We lived it. We preached it. We taught it. We tried to govern the church through it, by it. And then somewhere along the way, we became aware of God being non-judgmental, and in us, as us, one with and as us, no judgments. And when we did that, I remember the governing that we were trying to use in the church to be the police for the Holy Spirit. We stopped doing it. We stopped trying to micromanage people.
Yeah.
And tell them how they ought to be and how they ought to do and what they didn't do and should. We stopped. And when we stopped, some people who had been used to that structure couldn't handle it. And they think you're not taking the stand. I've heard people say that about who was it? Joel Osteen,
Mhm.
because he doesn't preach against sin. They say he's out of line. He's not following God. But it's so the judgmentalism is what caused so many broken relationships
Mhm.
because we took positions. This is my stand. This is my stance. And I always narrow it down with just one real simple example. If you've made a covenant or a pact with yourself that you decided you wanted to sleep in every morning to 10 or 11 o'clock, and that was your right to do that, and you didn't want anybody to disturb you.
Mhm.
Well, if you get a phone call at 6:30 in the morning, the first thing that's going to come up in your emotions is anger, because you have a position to sleep late.
Now,
And so we take those positions, we take that and say, this is my right. And this is what causes relationships to have tension and to fail,
yeah,
because we don't have the consideration of the other person when we take a position. I wanted to sleep. Why they have to wake me up? You just put your right to sleep above the love of another person.
yeah, that's right.
Now that sounds crazy. I don't like being woke up early either, but I'm not going to allow that to ruin my relationship.
That's right. There you go.
All right, let's go back and see we got some good comments here. We got some great comments. Robert says, a friend has been souls we collected to serve us rather than the friend Jesus spoke of. I no longer call you servants, because a servant does not know his master's business.
Uh-huh.
Remember, Jesus said to you, he
Uh-huh.
called you friend, didn't he?
Yeah, that's
Called
right.
you friend. Instead, I've called you friends. For everything that I learned from my Father, I've made known to you. Your heart is your friend, the revealer. Your mind opposes. Your enemy is in your own house, your brain, and not somebody else's. That's the truth.
That's right.
That is so true. And Sister Pearl saying, hey, darling, she said that I taught you something. What I teach you, girl? She said, I taught you years ago that when we take things personal or be embarrassed about something, ask who is it that's hurt or embarrassed? And that has resonated with me over the years, to ask who it is. Yes. And she also said, why was Paul able to say none of these things shall move me?
Mm-hmm.
Could it be he recognized within himself who it was taking it personal?
That's right.
Mm-hmm. So this is the thing. When I don't take it personal, Sister Pearl, I don't even have to use the tool that God has given me as forgiveness. You know that? I don't have to use that tool of forgiveness, because when I don't take it personal, I don't have no offense. But we often take it personal. So use the tool. If you get offended, use the tool. But I'm praying that we will come to a point where we don't need the tool.
None of these things move me. Could it be he recognized within himself who it was? Taking it personal. Yeah, that's a good one. That's the words. That's the right. That's what. Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Could
Because
be
if we say God separate and apart from us, which we know is not, but if God would take everything personal,
yeah,
he'd be mad at us all the time.
He wouldn't have time to be God.
And some people actually believe
he
that
would have
God
time to be eternal self, because he'd be all messed up, stuck up in people's business.
We have put human conditionings on God, human behavior on God. God's not that. He's not like that. Because if he had that kind of, he need anger management. If he was like that, God would need anger management.
That's true.
And Pastor Norman, he said, it is because we have not been enlightened to that we all have different paths to travel, but we will all end up at the same place. Yes, sir. Exactly. And this is why there's so much division and people saying one religion is right and the other one is not. We're all headed, we're going down, like you said, different paths, but they all lead to the same place.
That's right. Sure do.
So there's no need for any schism, no need for any friction. Jesus could sit next to a Buddhist all day and have a conversation.
Sure can. And really, be honest with you, if you go by, if you check the inside sanctuary, the secret place, that's exactly what he's doing inside. The atheists.
Because they have commonalities in the principles of love. They don't have anything.
We used to hear the old thing say, God don't dwell in no unclean temple.
Oh,
lies and garbage.
Lord have mercy. That's old.
You take that to the.
That's an old thing.
Oh Lord, they used to tell us that all the time.
That's Holy Roller saying where you couldn't wear no makeup, no pants, no short sleeves.
That don't hold no
water. Oh my gosh, that's an old thought that we no longer have to have that thought to serve us at all. Pastor Norman also says we should appreciate the fact that we are different and fulfilling different roles, and let's stop trying to change one another. Amen. Amen.
A man and a woman.
If my relationship with you is based on you having to act a certain way for me to be with you, then it's not a true relationship in the first place.
That's right.
Now, that doesn't mean I won't get disturbed by some of the things you do, but if I don't take it personal, I will be able to overcome it and allow you to be who you are.
That's the truth.
Robert
that's the whole truth.
That's the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Robert Mann says the human ego is the God we created in the image of man. Real God is formless. Amen, Robert. Amen. Amen. So we know there's an imposter God. And I think many of us as Christians have followed that imposter God, not realizing that's what it was.
Yeah, that's right. That's true.
So why would a God tell me to love my enemies, bless them, and forgive them? And then if I don't do what it says, it will never forgive me and send me to hell.
There you go.
Now that's kind of that's one of them. Well, I don't understand that. I don't understand that. I can't understand that.
Well, we're going to go on down the road a little bit. And you guys out there, we appreciate you tuning in to us. You're coming on around the corner now. And you're getting ready to make a final stop at the home place. And ain't no place like home. So in the meantime, you guys kick it back at us again. On Tuesday at 7.
On Tuesday
at 7. We'll be right there with you.
Yeah, we've had beautiful weather lately.
Yes.
And so I think we can just kind of enjoy the rest of the afternoon. Just really enjoy the afternoon. We've been working hard in the house, but I'm going to enjoy myself.
Thank you.
I want to hear what Lauren said, though, because I think I missed that comment she made. Lauren says, this is the positioning that can be harmful and misused, because someone will take this and say, I did what I did. You shouldn't take it personally, no matter what it is. Well, you can stop at that point and say, well, if this is going to cause people to just do whatever they want to do. But at the same time, when a person becomes aware that they are not walking in that love, they don't just do whatever they want to do. And there's a balance in it. And I understand where Dr. Lauren's coming from, because she sees a lot of people who hear this freedom message and they just go hog wild and do whatever they
that's
want.
What happens. Yeah,
I understand that.
I remember, Lauren, you mentioned to us before about there's something about the finite self that wants to solve this thing and end it. But all the days that we on this planet, we're going to run into people like that.
We are. But when we teach these things, or when we talk and have a conversation about these things, this is for, I try to do this, Dr. Lauren. I know it's hard for you to do this because you are the position that you have for your career, but because you deal with people in that vein. But this is for you personally. This is for us to take personally. So while I try to go back and I look and see how other people should take this. When I do that, then I'm kind of deflecting and not allowing it to go inside of me.
Yeah.
Because it's really about what you're hearing right now, and not about how other people are going to take it.
They say all I did for you and just the way you're going to treat me. I had a lady in one time, I was getting ready to I had a reception, and I walked up to her to speak to her, and she said, "I hate you." I said,
Well, we've heard a lot of that over the
I
years.
heard that over years.
Yeah.
I'll never forgive
We've
you.
heard I love you over the years too. That wasn't true.
Yeah, that's true.
So we've heard that. And so that was my point for bringing out what true love relationships are.
That's
True
right.
love relationships are not based on rules. They're not. And see, if you've got to have rules in your relationship, then you really have a lot of control issues.
Yeah,
Got
that's
a
true.
lot of control issues. So this conversation could go on and on and on. And I tell you what, it would be good, maybe, to continue it. We don't know. We might keep it going on Tuesday. What you think?
Well, we appreciate you guys tuning in with us.
Yes, and I appreciate all of your gifts, your love gifts, and your support, and your continual sending of tithes and offerings to Cornerstone itself. And we thank you for that. We've gotten quite a few of you who send us cash apps and PayPal and Venmo. We got a PayPal gifting from Sinette all the way from Denmark the other day, which was really, really good to have. And not because she sent it was just the fact that she sent it all the way from Denmark.
Mm-hmm.
So, we appreciate everything that you guys have done for us. Thank you so much.
Appreciate
it's helped us in times when we were really kind of lean financially, and we thank you for pulling us through, sticking with us through the years, hanging in there, listening to what we had to say and honoring it with your own substance. We will be back on Tuesday.
Yep,
live
and in
7 p.m. And Pastor Norman, are you going to be with us? Give me a thumbs up. I think he probably will, unless he's going out of town or something. Give me a thumbs up, Pastor Norman. We always have a great time talking with him on Tuesdays. I love it. I love it. We get to acting silly though. We really start acting silly on some of those Tuesdays, but we get a chance to speak with him. He's our spiritual son, and we get a chance to fellowship with him a little bit. There he is. All right, young man, you preach his heart out today. I'll talk to you on Tuesday, okay? We love you, and what you say, Pastor, we'll see you on the turnaround.
Turn around.
See you on the turnaround.
See you on the turnaround. John Greason and all the little Greasons out there.
Oh, I forgot. John Greason usually tells us to hit the like button. I forgot about it. Thank you, John. Thank you so much. Thank you. And if you do that, hit the like button and share.
We want to thank all of you for the gifts that you sent to help keep us going. It's greatly appreciated.
Yeah.
Christ in you is working.
Every time I open my mouth, he starts talking. So.
Oh.
Hit the like button. It'll push us up in the algorithm, and that AI will find us. It'll make people find us when they start searching for good stuff. So we love you guys. We'll see you on Tuesday. See you on as Pastor said, on the turnaround.
On the turnaround.
Bye.
Bye-bye.